Hi everybody, welcome back to my home. If you're new here, my name is Kim. This is part 4 of my fall home tour. We are touring my great room today. If you haven't been here before, please go visit my channel, Wildflower Home Decor, and you can see parts 1, 2, and 3, my dining room, my living room, and my kitchen. So for those of you who are back, thank you so much. Welcome back. I hope you'll enjoy this tour of my great room. I guess we'll just start up here. If you don't know already, I am a vintage reseller. I do shop a lot, and I find a lot of my treasures on Facebook Marketplace, believe it or not. There's a lot of people getting rid of a lot of good things. So guys, don't shy away from that. Just make sure you clean your stuff when you get it. And honestly, it's so much fun to be able to restore things and keep them from going into the garbage. So this little cabinet that stores, I'll show you. I mean, it's not just, oh, that has nothing in it except for hooks. But I do store all of my like doilies, placemats, and I do it by color. It's a little bit of a mess, but I love it because that's where I store all that. This here, I don't like this, what I did to this. I don't know, don't even pay attention to that. But what I do have in there is candles that are burnable. So I store all my candles in there. But yeah, this, ew, not in love with that, but I'm going to fix it at some point. Even that clock, now it doesn't keep the time. I haven't really worked on it to like get the time going in the right way, but it does work. I bought it for $6 at Goodwill. Oof. So yeah, love that. Old books. If you've watched my previous videos, you know I love old books. I love vintage paintings and art, especially florals. And here, again, another Facebook Marketplace find. The chair, I just painted and chipped it up. This little fold down table, I now use it as a desk when I do all my pricing for vintage reselling. Love my amber glass. That's my favorite glass. God, I hope it's clean. Sorry if it's not, people. I mean, I do have a lot of things, and yes, dust does collect, but I do enjoy cleaning. It doesn't bother me. I did get a couple people like, oh, I can't imagine cleaning all this. Well, when you change your decor as much as I change it, it doesn't really get a chance to collect dust. So that's just part of it. So here's some more vintage books. A little bird, like my birds. And I just like recently became a fan of these types of lampshades. I think they're so cool. And over here, trying to go slow because I know I made a couple people dizzy in my last video, and I apologize, but sometimes you just don't realize how fast you're going. Yeah, this hutch, all one piece, solid wood. They don't make them like this anymore. This was all brown. I just painted it, kept a couple of the draws. I sanded them down. I like the weathered wood look. That's another one of my favorite looks. That's a thrifted wreath. Some more thrifted artwork. A very old mirror. Very old mirror. Kind of not in great shape, but I still love it. And here's a little lantern that's new, but I aged it. Made it look like rust. Can you tell? I'm gonna do a tutorial on this because it's just so cool, right? That was just all black, so I made it look like rust. Again, big fan of things that are old and rusted. And some more books, a little copper. And this little mirror here is from Fortune Off. This was a store in the New York area. Oh, loved it. And they have since closed, which is so sad. Oh God, the light is changing in this room. A lot of sun. This is a newest purchase off Facebook Marketplace. It's an attic heirloom cabinet, which I thought would be a great way for my TV to sit on, and also have some storage. I'm waiting right now for some mesh, wire mesh, because I'm going to take this apart, take out this glass, and install wire mesh instead. I'm going to paint it copper and then install the wire mesh, because I feel like when they're closed, you can't really see what's inside. So this was just decked out for fall. Picture of me and my husband, and my brown and green transferware. Those are my favorite types of transferware. And look at the size of this little creamer. How cute is that? A little copper oil mini lamp. If you've watched my previous videos, you really know that I love oil lamps, mini lamps especially. So that's that. Couple more books. Oh, and guys, this, so cool. So Dollar Tree, when it was actually $1, I bought this. This is a couple years old. And it was like a welcome friends, I think it said on it. Something like that. So instead of using that side, I just turned it around, painted it, and whammo. We have a little pumpkin sitter. Perfect. $1. Plus a couple things of acrylic paint. You can't go wrong. Bird prints. I love birds. Another one of my kind of obsessions, right? They're all over my house. These are some vintage buckets and firkins. I do have more firkins downstairs. I love firkins. I just think I love the wood and the bent wood in a firkin. It's so cool. I mean, they're just beautiful and so well made. So these are my hearth decorations. Unfortunately, we don't use this fireplace too much because this is a second floor, and so to lug all kinds of wood up and down the stairs, it's just a mess, and it's kind of a lot of work. So we don't really use it that often. A vintage mirror. I love the wood. I love the scalloped wood, or wavy wood, or curved wood, whatever you want to say. And then on top of that is another shop light. And I talked about the shop lights in my last video. You know, they're available at Home Depot. You just can grab them. They're maybe $10, $12. I paint mine copper because that's the color of the metal that I prefer. And then you just plug them in. They clamp onto anything. So I just clamped it onto the top of that mirror, and there you go. This here it's an antique, and I thought it was a hutch because the antique shop said it was not a hutch, it was a desk. But I said, how does somebody sit at it? It's so small, and like the draw was so thick. Anyway, doesn't matter. I loved it. It was very, very dark, shiny wood, so I sanded it all down and then just restained it, and I love it. I stained it and then I sanded it again so that the stain kind of looked a little bit more worn, because I love that worn wood look. And now I really love it. And of course, more books, more trinkets. I do collect the hens on nest. These are the little salt cellars. Here's some more vintage artwork, florals. I was a big rooster collector back in the day. I've kind of thinned out that collection. I've sold off most of it. But I still do appreciate a good rooster. And I love wood bowls, like prim wood bowls. Just the workmanship is amazing. Nice big copper pot underneath. And this here, some more vintage floral artwork. And then a vintage ladder that I coerced my husband into hanging for me, which he wasn't happy, but he did it, and he did a great job. So yeah, I like to decorate this beautiful little ladder, and obviously I have like a harvest theme now since it's Thanksgiving time. And I have some plans for Christmas. But I really liked the idea of putting this here because I don't know if you can tell by this video, but these ceilings are probably about, I think they're like 18 feet tall. So it feels very like cavernous in here. So anytime I can bring the eye down, and that's why I had this awesome carpenter come in and like put this border up, because it just makes the room feel a little bit more at human level. I just feel like when you have these tall ceilings, I'm not a fan of tall ceilings, believe it or not, but it is what it is here. It just, the tall ceilings to me are not homey. I like hominess. So I try very hard to make my home feel cozy. So looking at this here, this is going to be another makeover. This is just like a sewing box, but I store a lot of stuff in here. Some snacks for when we're up here, the remotes, everything like that. Don't like to see that stuff hanging around. And this beautiful table, I love this. It's a little desk. Bought it from Facebook Marketplace, and all I did, because this paint was chipping so bad, but I wanted to keep that alligator look, I just sprayed it with clear top coat, and it stopped it from chipping, so it's perfect. And maybe once a year I'll just give it a nice little spray so I can keep it from chipping again. I just love that. That was a great Facebook find. And also, this is from Hobby Lobby, but this used to be black. You've probably seen this in other people's houses maybe, but in my true fashion, I have to paint everything and make it my own, so I did a little treatment on that. And the husband chair. Everybody's probably got one of those. If you've got a husband, he needs a chair, right? So got to somehow incorporate that into your decor. This is another table that I found on Facebook Marketplace, and I painted it, stripped the top, restained it. Now I love it. It was like that old orange wood, really orange. And this here on top, it's a sewing box. So I stripped it, cleaned it up real good. And what I've done in the past, I bought like 3 of them, and I've sold 2 of them. What I do is I paint them and then I decoupage them. And I think I might do that to this one too, but I'm gonna keep this one. I'm not gonna sell it. If you go onto my Instagram, I'm Picking Wildflowers 14, you can see a couple of these before and afters. This here too was from an old apothecary cabinet. It was a door, so I took out the glass, replaced it with these wood slats, painted it, attached these handles, and now I have a nice tray, right? Look at the leaves outside, it's so pretty. I'm so sad that fall's almost over. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment. Please leave a like. Let me know what you think. And my next video will be next week, and maybe it'll be a DIY. I don't think I'm going to start decorating for Christmas just yet, probably in 2 weeks. So we'll be back for that. And let me know, do you want to see me decorating, or would you rather just see it decorated? That's a big thing that I always wonder. I'm like, do people want to see the actual decoration going on, or do you want to just see it when it's done? So I hope you guys enjoyed this tour, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much.